Hello and namaste. It's Jewel from Goddess Creative. How you going? I know it's been quite some time since you've heard from me. I have been busy, also trying to take a little bit of relaxed time because it's Taurus season. You might know I'm a Taurian, and I've just had my birthday, so there was some celebrating, so that was really lovely. And I just, spent some time getting organized. I'm actually now prepping and getting organized for my trip back to Australia to visit my family. So that's happening next week. But I am trying to get through videos at the moment, pre-record some tarot readings of the different digital asset projects and trying to be a little bit ahead of the game, and so I can continue giving you videos. I know I haven't been delivering a lot lately, but it's been very quiet everywhere, including Bali. Bali has been incredibly quiet as well. I mean, it's had an influx of some tourism, but people are not spending money the way they used to. I mean, let's face it, the whole world is going through a recession. You know, it's kind of, I think everybody's being a little bit more cautious about, where they're spending their money and what they're doing, and that is reflected everywhere. I'm noticing it is. Okay, so the energy has been quite intense and quite strange for me, which is another reason why I've pulled back a little bit as well. So we're in Taurus season. Taurus, we're in Taurus season, and Uranus went into Taurus in 2018, and that has been really intense as well, as far as breaking down the old systems. It's a purging of the old things, old foundations. Things are breaking away. As you've all heard this probably before, that it is very much about the old crumbling and the new coming forward. I'm just trying to make sure that my mic is there. Back. The crumbling of the old and the new coming forward. So that is very much what's been happening. Of course, the eclipses have been really pushing and purging as well, making it more intense, making people's energy a little more aggressive, more combative. There is, less trust, less, just the energy is really quite intense. Of course, we've had the retrograde as well. And with the retrograde, I always experience tech issues, been having a lot of it, sometimes trouble trying to connect to the internet, and even get stuff off my phone, my recordings off my phone and onto my laptop, just silly little things. I just know that it is the retrograde energy. It's nothing too serious. Although I have for like 10 days now had a couple of transfers and exchanges that I wanted to make using Ethereum. They're all stuck. They just haven't moved. They're stuck. It's annoying. I do feel that they will eventually resolve themselves, but gee, a week and a half, 10 days, annoying, because I wasn't able to purchase what I wanted to, and I wasn't able to move funds where I wanted to, just stuck. Yes, it will be resolved once we go direct and we're not in retrograde. So I'm really looking forward to that, and that'll happen around about the 15th, which is great. And the eclipses will continue on, but on the 16th, Jupiter goes into Taurus, and I'm really looking forward to that because that hasn't happened since like 11 years. Since like 2011, 2012 was the last time Jupiter went into Taurus. And personally myself, it affects all the signs, but personally myself, it very much affects Taurians and Scorpio. The polar opposite is the Scorpio. Very much affects these energies, and you will have Taurian in one of your houses somewhere in your chart anyway, so it does affect everybody. This is even though we will continue with the purging and we will continue with the breakdown of the old systems and things like that, anything that's not working for you will dismantle and move away. But also, this energy, what we'll start to feel is a little bit more gentler and slower energy, because don't forget, Taurans are quite slow. Taurus is like plods along and it's quite slow energy, but it's also governed by Venus, and Venus is the planet of love. So when Jupiter goes into Taurus, the energy will be softer and gentler. The energy will be less aggressive. It will also be, there'll still be some shaking up, because Jupiter still shakes things up. But in Taurus, it is slower moving, but also gentler and more material. It's about the materialistic world. So it is for the senses. It is about beauty. It is about food. It is about what we feel and touch and smell, because that's Venus. It is just a gentler energy across the planet, which will be a very good thing. And I'm not an astrologer, so I mean, you can listen to a lot of astrologers. This is just what I've been listening to and been looking forward to for myself and my own energy. I do, follow a lot of astrologers and enjoy listening to them. And there's many that you can just even look up on YouTube. What I'm wanting to deliver for you today, I was going to answer some more questions. There's been some questions on my comments, so I'll answer those. I also wanted to mention that I did meditation today, and I'm still getting we will go up. I'm still getting we will be higher come the end of May and June than what we are right now. For the altcoin market is what I'm getting. So, I mean, yeah, I checked that today. If some of you are interested, that's what I'm getting. So we'll have to see. I know I've been saying this for some time, but as I think a lot of you are aware about ethereal energy, and when we read it, timelines are not definite, and it's always moving and changing, and you can't lock in a timeline. It's not set in stone, it's not concrete. So it's always moving and changing. So yeah, that's what we're doing there. So the most important thing, I think, for the information is that we're still going to get some movement up, which I think is really, really good. Okay, so what I want to do now is just have a little look at your questions. Okay, let's have a little look at your questions. This is one I've been meaning to answer for a while. I know I'm 7 days late in this. I mean, honestly, with doing videos, sometimes you've just really got to be in the mood, and I wasn't. I haven't been in the mood at all. I've been busy, as I said. Social events and birthday time, and just basically not in the mood to actually put myself out there and be in front of the camera. So that's why I've taken a while to answer this. So the question is, this is in regards to my sushi, tarot and divination reading, and Mangalhari971 has said, nice reading. Just wondering why in previous readings you spoke about 2023, 2024, and 2026. but not 2025. Keep up the good work, Krishna. Blessings. Blessing to you too. Okay, so yeah, and other people have asked me why I'm not talking about 2025. I have started to do some asking around 2025, but when I did the original digital assets guide, when I was looking at the timeline of 2025, that's when I get we're going to have the next drop. Okay, I don't think it's going to be a major drop, but it's going to be downtime. So when I talk to Spirit and I'm getting prices, it's easy to, it's fairly easy when you read a lot of the altcoins that you get a feeling that the drops, what years the drops are going to be in. So I think you're aware that I get that we're going to have a nice, really nice, decent run come to the end of 2024. So I get going into 2025, there will still be those high prices there for a lot of the altcoins. Now, again, I will repeat myself. Timeline is not set in stone, but that's what I'm getting. And I start to get a feeling for the timelines. I start to get a feeling for the energy of where the move is going to be. And so it's all about energy, and you can't hem it in and you can't pinpoint it. And it's really difficult to just cement it and lock it in and it stays as is, because it's always moving and changing. So I need to reintegrate that again, remembering this is not financial advice, but I'm getting markets for digital assets come run end of 2024. That run continues on into early 2025. Therein after 2025, I'm getting some timeline, and I'm not saying what that timeline is at the moment because I haven't read enough altcoins in that timeline. And don't forget, the further I read out, the more the movement the timeline is as well. Okay? So like Spirit can give me prices in certain months, but that can move and change. Okay? So, and that's just the whole collective energy doing that, moving and changing. So but I am getting, compared to 2026, so here we go here. I'm comparing 2024, I'm comparing 2026 nice high prices. So when I was looking overall at 2025, I got a drop. So that's why I'm not really talking about 2025. Things have changed in the altcoin digital assets market, where it was every 3 years. So I'm getting that changing because the timeline is narrowing and it's getting smaller, right? This is what I get. There will be less altcoins as we continue on, right? There will be, come after next year, there will be, from 2024, less altcoins to read in 2025. There will be even less come to read come 2026 than 2027. There will be far less than what there is now and even next year. Okay, so that's what I'm getting there. So my interest is about really what these altcoins are going to get to, right, price-wise, and if they're going to, what's their longevity is. That's the important thing to me, their energy longevity. And the most important thing for me is if they're still moving and there's growth and things like that. So that's the energy I try and pinpoint on. So I hope that answers your question regarding 2025, and anybody that wasn't sure why I haven't got 2025 listed. I just don't see it as a high year, even though the beginning of 2025 might be some high prices. I'm calling it the 2024 run. Okay, so I'm hoping I'm clarifying there. I'm calling the 2024 run going into 2025. So I call that, right? So not trying to confuse people, but it's the cycle and it's an energy flow. So that's what I'm getting there. But then once we're really into 2025, feeling the energy of 2025, I get there's going to be a drop. Okay? All right. So I will talk more about that closer. And yeah, in the meantime, I will keep looking more here. What do we got? Is it outside the comfort zone? Yes. Could you please read Tesla and NIO? I don't know what they are. You can request readings on my website, and sure, I'll read them if you put in an order for me to read those altcoins. Are they altcoins or are they? Tesla is a company, so yeah. I mean, if I get time, but at the moment I don't have a lot of spare time, I really don't. And so if you really, there's another one here from Francisco. Hi, how you going, Francisco? Could you tell us what will happen with Bitcoin Black? Was it a scam or is there still hope in the project? I really don't know. I haven't looked at it in years. The last time I looked at this, I think it was like 2020, 21. So I haven't looked at it. If you, as I said, you can request readings, request me to read, take the time to read a reading on my website, and it's got coin requests on there. You can also join this channel, the Goddess Creative YouTube channel. If you join that, you get a free reading. I think it's $29.95 to join for the whole month. You get a whole lot of information on all the altcoins that's not put in the open area, because information, I will ask more personal stuff. I'll ask stuff relation to how the investors will feel about certain projects. So yeah, if you join that, you get a free reading. Perhaps you'd like to request as part of your free reading as Bitcoin Black, as well as you get access and you can ask other questions in there. So yeah, I think that's really good value. Currently, my time is limited. I know a lot of you think I've got all the time in the world, but I don't. Yeah, so yeah, Peter's saying gotta have finance coin, totally agree. Okay, interesting things there. Peace and blessings. Nice thumbnails. Thank you. That's so nice. I'm glad you're loving my thumbnails. Really appreciate that. I am got some readings coming. The readings coming I've just done but haven't uploaded yet. It all takes time, and when I have tech issues, internet issues, my internet doesn't work, I can't upload, it just slows everything down. So I just think, well, what's the point of agonizing over it? Everything seems to have gone quiet anyway. So yeah, I just step back, step out of the energy. It's not worth pushing and trying to make things happen. So that's what I've kind of been doing, plodding along in the tourist season time. So I am trying to, I've just done, gosh, what have I just done? So I've just done Tron. I've done BNB, and I must have uploaded that. I've done BSV, Bitcoin SV. I've done, OmiziGo, yes. something else I've just done. Honestly, they just tend, there's so many of them, they go straight over my head. There's just so many of them, I can't remember all of them. Keep producing these videos so that I can upload them for you. And Siacoin, I've just done that. So I actually thought I'd already done it. But anyway, yeah. As I said, there's so many of them. It's hard to keep track of them all. I am getting that the market will continue up. It'll continue going higher, not hugely, but it will continue. The altcoin market will continue to go higher the end of May and next month. And possibly, at this stage I'm getting June as well. I asked Spirit, will the altcoin prices be higher end of this month and June compared to what they are now? And I get a definite yes. So, we'll see. We'll see. That's all we can do, hey? And I'll continue doing some readings that I need to do. I'm trying to get this book happening. I've just lost so much time, and I am, as I said, going back to Australia early next week. So I'm going to visit my dad, so that'll be really exciting, and I'm going to visit my family. So that'll be really nice. And so, yeah, I might be quiet, but I will still upload these videos for you. And I hope you appreciate that. I will eventually get to, especially the members' requests. There is, I think I've just on as it go, but there was another one that I haven't heard of that I've never read before, so I'll read that. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying this energy and everything is going with the flow in your world and you're away from any tense or aggressive energy. That's what we need to be doing. We need to be guarding our own energy. That's what I'm doing. Yeah, and you can't split yourself all over the place for everybody else's needs, not without, them contributing and supporting your own energy. So, yeah, that's the way it has to be, the unfolding. Okay, so I hope you're all well. Wishing you so much love and light as we go forward into this new unfolding and this new astrological shifts. The new moon in Taurus on the 19th, I think that is. So it is very much a Taurus time and energy. It is can be a bit lazy energy, but it is very much materialistic. So that also does indicate, time for realization for things to be manifested into the material world. That's what this